Alright, so I'm Julia and this is Charlene, and today we're going to be talking about two different social media apps that are widely used by teenagers and above today. And I'm going to be arguing for Snapchat and Charlene will be talking about Instagram. So I think Snapchat is a much better social media platform, not only because of the way we use it. I feel like it's a more intimate way to make friends, and there's just a lot of features that kind of encourage people to use Snapchat instead of Instagram.
Well, Snapchat isn't really a personal thing. I mean, I get that you have to be close with the person to be able to, gain their thing, but when was the last time you got a snap that was personal to you instead of good morning, good night, or streaks?
This morning actually. A lot of my friends, there's a lot of my friends, they send two kinds of snaps. So there's the, usual good morning, just this is my streak. And then usually throughout the day, they send me personal snaps. They're usually oh, how are you doing? Or they just send me something funny that is kind of an inside joke between us. So I feel like Snapchat is just a way that you can personally connect with your friends. And not only that, it's kind of an easy way to make new friends, because usually when you talk to a new person, the first thing they usually ask is, do you have a Snapchat? Do you do streaks? And then usually by using streaks as a way to kind of create a pathway between the friends and you can easily blossom into a more intimate relationship where you start to send each other individual snaps instead of just the usual streak.
I see. But I don't know, I feel like Instagram is more of a way you can explore things because, there's always that discover, everyone uses Instagram, so all your friends, your mutuals are there instead of just on a little mutual bar. And not only that, but you could also send direct messages.
So I do agree that, there is a way to expand your horizons, like you said. You're saying with the discovery feature, you can kind of look at a lot of different content, right? You can look at food posts and all of that. I do agree that there is a wider variety of content, but with that comes the desire to become more popular. For example, Instagram really harps on your follower count and your like account. Meanwhile, Snap, the only person that knows how many people viewed your story and such is yourself. So I feel like Instagram is just more of a popularity contest than actually making friends, because people are buying followers, or they're commenting on your friends saying, oh, follow for follow or like for like. So I just feel like Snapchat is a better way to connect with friends.
But that's then again towards the individual person. Someone doesn't have to be I want this because I want to blow up. Because, in our school, there's just people follow people from the same school. It's not really oh, I have this many followers. Because if you look at our school's population, each person, their following ratio is mainly the same because we follow each other since we go to the same school.
I do agree, but I feel at the same time, I feel just people on Instagram, they kind of still do focus more on followers than the actual content. I feel both are good social media platforms, and I do agree that Instagram is great because you can kind of just search up a username or a name, you can easily follow someone. But I feel people don't use Instagram to connect with friends. I feel it's more just to tell the world what you're doing and kind of show this persona of yourself that kind of is kind of socially accepted, you use really nice photos and you spend a lot of time editing it. So you try to create this persona of yourself. But I feel Snapchat, it's just the different uses that we do for each social media platform.
But what about spam accounts on Instagram where you could connect with your individual friends and just kind of tell them how you feel and stuff? Because if you post on Snapchat, everybody you added on Snapchat will know, but if you use Instagram your spam account, people you really trust and you're really connected with will only know.
I do agree. I even have my own spam account, because it's really helpful. You can easily just make a post and explain something. But I feel it's just kind of an issue. I just feel it's not as useful, because if you have a Finsta and a main Snapchat, a main Instagram, you're gonna have to switch back and forth, and there's always that risk of accidentally posting on your main instead of your spam, which has happened a few times. So I just feel it's more reliable to just have Snapchat for both uses, so you can post on your story for everyone to see, and then if you're just feeling a little more personal, you can make a Snapchat group.
So if you were feeling something, would you post it on your Snapchat despite other people that you're not that close with? Go.
I would just send an individual snap, but I think we're running out of time, so thanks for talking about it, and that's about it.